comment,
and subscribe for more content.
Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
What's up, guys? It's DK Wrestler here from a Funko Popcast, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the recent reveals of cartoon classics by Funko. But before that happens, make sure you press that subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, let's check it out. So like I said, in today's video, we are going to be talking about this past Friday's reveals from Funko known as Cartoon Classics. Now, this was an entire day of essentially classic cartoon shows being made into Funko Pops and sodas for the animation lineup per se, and I believe that quite a bit of them were truly cartoon classics, but there were some of them that I felt like, are these really cartoon classics? Which I'm going to go into a little bit of detail of each of the announcements. I don't want to go into too much because we do have our weekly podcast of Funko Popcast this Friday, where myself and MD Shady will definitely go into more detail and in-depth in our opinions of these reveals on the podcast on Friday. So to start off these reveals, we are talking about Dexter's Laboratory, which this is a great way to kick off the Cartoon Classics reveals. This is definitely a classic cartoon from the late 90s, early 2000s. I haven't seen really many comments yet from social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook, so I don't really know what everyone is saying about these reveals, but I know for a fact that I can only imagine that a lot of people are hyped for the DD Pop because everyone was wanting a DD when the original Dexter was released last year. And this is a great two pop set to get, especially if you did miss out on that Funko Shop exclusive Dexter. Now you have a common Dexter that you can get, and you got yourself DD, which go hand in hand with each other, especially in the show. These were cool reveals. Up next was a set of Powerpuff Girls Funko Pops, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, judging by the logo and just by assumption that this is based off of the reboot series and not the actual classic Powerpuff Girls series, which, I mean, the majority of the set is pretty much the same as the last wave we got so many years ago, except this time, I think the newest character is, wow, I forgot the name. Is it oh my god, what is the name of the character? Right beside Mojo Jojo. I don't know why I'm blanking out on the name for some reason, but he is the newer character for the set. While they've made Mojo Jojo and they've made all three Powerpuff Girls, but what I will give to the Powerpuff Girls Pops is those stands. I really like the way they made the stands for these Pops. Then we got ourselves Cow and Chicken. I don't know this show at all, to be honest. I don't really remember Cow and Chicken, but I do like the molds of the Funko Pops involved. I think these are really detailed Funko Pops. Then we got ourselves Blue's Clues, which I can only imagine this probably was the most hyped announcement throughout Cartoon Classics. A lot of people have been wanting Blue's Clues Funko Pops for so long, and now we got ourselves with the common variant and then a flocked variant going to Hot Topic, which I'm sure there's going to be people that want the common. There's probably going to be people that want the flocked version that will be going to Hot Topic. But there's probably going to be people out there that probably are going to get both just for the sake of, if I want a full Blue's Clues set, then essentially I need both of these. I think both these do look nice, especially because they showed them off on a live stream recently. Actually, I think the day that Cartoon Classics happened, Funko did a live stream on their YouTube channel and Instagram, I'm pretty sure, and probably Facebook also, showing off some of the Cartoon Classics reveals, and they showed off both the common and flock variant of Blue, and these pops look great, and I'm sure that my co-host MD Shady is probably going to want to get the flocked one over the common, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up getting both, to be honest. I don't know exactly if I'm going to get it yet, but it's a really high consideration that I probably will. Then we got ourselves Courage the Cowardly Dog, and I don't really know this character much either, and I know I'm going to say this a lot because as a kid, I didn't really watch Cartoon Network. I was more of a Nickelodeon / YTV kind of person, so growing up, I watched Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd Parents, a bunch of other shows that are kind of along that lineup, so like even SpongeBob SquarePants, more than I watched Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, all those classic shows that went on Cartoon Network. I was more of a Nickelodeon person. This pop has quite a bit of detail for being so simplistic. I love the facial expression involved in this pop, and I can see a lot of people wanting this because I think a lot of people, when the original post Funko did of just the Cartoon Classics logo was posted, a lot of people were commenting, we want Courage the Cowardly Dog. So the fact that we actually have that is pretty cool, and I can only assume that there's going to be a decent amount of people that are actually going to want to get this pop. Then we got ourselves the Pop and Tea bundle of the Flintstones. This is okay. It's not the greatest. Of course, Flintstones, that definitely fits the mold of Cartoon Classics. But the thing is, I don't know, like, it's almost similar to the other Fred Flintstone pop that we just got not too long ago, where it's holding the bowl of Fruity Pebbles. It's essentially the same thing, except you're now just getting a spoon, so it's kind of less better, I guess, in a way, than the original one. But I do like the t-shirt, and the box is meh. I mean, I won't go into detail why. That's going to be a whole podcast thing, so stay tuned on Friday to hear my opinion. Then we got ourselves a wave of Adventure Time Funko Pops, which this was kind of a surprise because the last time we got Adventure Time Funko Pops, I'm pretty sure was, I want to say 2012, 2013, but this wave is pretty decent. I really like the fin that's in this set. I think that's really nice, but this kind of is in that mold of, is Adventure Time really a cartoon classic? I know the series is like 10 years old now, which is pretty crazy to think, but like, does it fit the mold of what everyone's thinking of cartoon classics? Then we're going to look at some Funko sodas that were announced, which the first one announced was Roger Ramjet, limited to, I believe it says 7,000 pieces on the can, and then the Chase variant is a black and white variant, which I have no idea who Roger Ramjet is, and I don't know if this character is a part of, it doesn't seem like it's a part of like a Hanna-Barbera or anything, but I do feel like just because of the way that this character is designed, I feel like this is one of those characters from way before I was born. Like, this could be like a 60s or 70s character, but this is pretty decent. I mean, if you got the common, I feel like that'd be fine just to get. I wouldn't need a black and white Chase, but maybe the black and white Chase actually signifies that this is an older cartoon back in the times where it was black and white television. Maybe that's why they're doing it. If you know more about Roger Ramjet, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if there's a significance with the black and white Chase. Then we got ourselves Snorky from Banana Splits, which this is limited to 7,500 pieces, and it has a flock chase, which totally makes sense. I mean, it's an elephant. Definitely makes sense for an elephant to be flocked, but now it's like, well, yeah, okay, elephants do have a little bit of hair, enough to where you can make it flocked. But I know, once again, my co-host MD Shady, this is more up his alley, and essentially I know he's going to want to get this, and I'm actually surprised that this was not a Funko Shop exclusive, or ended up becoming a Funko Shop exclusive. Then we got ourselves Underdog, which was kind of weird because they already announced Underdog. I'm pretty sure it was one of the Fun Days announcements back when FunCon was happening, but now we have more of, I guess, a glam shot of what this Funko soda looks like of Underdog, which is really cool because the chase is essentially Shoe Shine Boy, which is the alter ego of Underdog, and this is limited to 8,000 pieces, and I like the difference between the common and the chase. I do think that a lot of people, especially if you're an Underdog fan, are going to want to get more than one can to get a chance at that chase, because not only is it a different outfit, but it is a completely different mold. Fuzzy Lumpkins, that is the name of the character that for some reason I could not think of off the top of my head. That is it. Fuzzy Lumpkins, Powerpuff Girls, that is the Funko soda we're looking at next, which is limited to 7,500 pieces, and the chase looks to be that it's wearing a straw hat. This is okay. I mean, like, this is one of those cans where I feel like you get one, if it's the common, cool, then I don't need to get the chase. That's what I would see of this. I'm not really a, like, I would say I'm a bit of a Powerpuff Girls fan, but like if I were to get Powerpuff Girls merch, it'd probably just be the 3 characters of the Powerpuff Girls and not like Mojo Joe, even though I have actually a Mojo Jojo Funko soda can. Now we're going back to Funko Pops as we are discussing about the Powdered Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy, which will be a GameStop exclusive in both Canada and the US. This is actually really cool. This is actually one of my more personal favorite reveals. I love the overall design of Powdered Toast Man. Love the overall face. which is just a piece of toast, and you got the mouth on it, and I think it looks really nice. Especially, I think they made a mystery mini before, if I'm not mistaken, when they did the Nickelodeon mystery minis. So it's really cool that now this character gets a Funko Pop representation, because I think for some reason the mystery mini was like a huge rarity, like a 1 in 36 or maybe even a 1 in 72, but I don't think it was like a common release. So now you get a Funko Pop. It's an exclusive, but it's obviously more accessible to get than it would be trying to get a full case of mystery minis and spending $150 just trying to see if you can get one character. Then we got ourselves Peppa Pig, which was probably the most surprising announcement because A, is this really a cartoon classic? And B, I felt like there would have been a lot more candidates for a cartoon classic. Like, you could have had the first ever Fairly Odd Parents, Pops. I know a lot of people wanted the regular show, so maybe that could have been Funko Pops, but of course licensing issues. But like, Peppa Pig is just so random, honestly. Like, I'm not going to talk about more what I really think about this pop, but it's just so random, and I think it did kind of translate decently well into Funko Pop form, to be honest. And the last reveal for the cartoon classics is the new version of Johnny Bravo, where he has the mirror and the comb. This is pretty decent. I mean, this goes along with the Dexter Pop, for my opinion, as terms to, if you missed out on the Funko Shop exclusive Johnny Bravo that was released last year alongside the Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory, this is now your chance to actually get a Johnny Bravo that isn't going to be expensive on the secondary market, because this Funko Pop is a common release, and it's basically going to be at all of your common stores like your GameStop. You can get it on Entertainment Earth, your Walmarts, Targets, all your different common retail stores that you can get Funko Pops from. This is pretty decent, and I can only assume that there's going to be quite a bit of people that are going to get this because of what I said, of the fact that the original Johnny Bravo is not only hard to find, and it was selling out very fast when it released on the Funko Shop, but I think the price point is pretty big on it. Now, if I were to choose my favorite and least favorites for the cartoon classics, I'm going to say my least favorite is probably a toss-up between Peppa Pig and the Flintstones Pop and Tea bundle, but my favorite most likely probably has to be Blue's Clues, because I feel like whose favorite isn't Blue's Clues? I mean, I'm sure there's people who are really liking Adventure Time and that, but I feel like the majority of the Funko fanatics probably really enjoyed that Blue's Clues announcement. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's discussion video about the cartoon classics reveals, make sure you smash that like button, comment in the comment section below, and let me know what your favorite and least favorite cartoon classics reveal was. And like I said earlier, press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here. Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.